Hello, my friends. Welcome. It is time for Create at 8. Come on in and say hello. And we will get going. All right. Looks like we're actually in the right spot. Let's make sure I can see your comments. All right, that looks good. Hi, everyone. Welcome. All right, looks like we're good. Okie doke. I hope you guys are all doing well. Hi, everyone. Oh, it's good to see you. I've been in here holed up most of the day today. Nice to see people. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are joining in the fun. We're going to have a fun project tonight. It's like one that I did before, but I've tweaked it a little bit, and I wanted to share it with everybody. There have been people asking online when I posted the photo. They've been asking for directions, so I thought I'd go ahead and put this video together with you on live, and then I'm going to post it. There's actually a PDF that's going to be available too for you, just to refresh your memory and things, and I'll show you that. It's free PDF, but I just wanted to make sure you get all the information. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat. Thank you. I've had a great day today. All right. So first thing I want to tell you about before I show you the folio is I want to make sure that you've seen the info on the paper share. This went out last week, I think. There are 3 options for this year's paper share for the annual catalog, and all 3 of them are listed here on the flyer, and then there's a bonus for purchasing any 2 of the 3 options. Doesn't matter which 2 of the 3, and you get an extra bonus from me, which will be a pack of a free package of envelopes, and I will pay the shipping. Ta-da! How fun is that? So 3 different options. This is online here on the Facebook page and also over on my blog, so check it out if you haven't already, because there are beautiful papers available. All right, so as I said, tonight I'm going to share how to make these folios to hold 6x6 paper from the catalog. These are designer series papers. Now, you may be thinking that not all our papers come in 6x6. Well, I think probably 2 years ago, I started taking 1 pack of the 12x12s and cutting it up into 6x6s because, 1, it's easier for me to store, and the other is I don't use my 12x12s all the time, and I forget what I have on the shelf. When I have them out in front of me, obviously I'm going to use what I can see. So these are the perfect way to keep them stored where you will use them. Okay. So the little folio you can see here looks like a little magazine folio, and on the front I have a label that I put the name of the designer paper with the item number. Makes it easier when I'm writing an order, and then I have the coordinating colors on here that go with the pack of paper. All right, now I will show you, I will show you what I have on the PDF. One of the things that I do with mine for these labels, I have a Dymo label maker. I think it's the 450. So my labels come out looking like this. They're on a long strip. So I type them, I have them saved in there, and then I can print them off as many times as I would like. So what I did was I took what I have on mine and I went ahead and put them into one document with all of the information for each of them on one sheet. These are the coordinating colors and the item numbers for each. So this will be included in the free PDF. So this just will be able to be cut up, and you can glue them right on your folio if you would like. So I hope that helps. All right, let me move this guy out of the way. If you don't have your catalog yet, don't forget. Got to make sure you check your mailbox. If you don't see it, be sure to let me know. All right, so this one actually, the Flowers for Every Season, this is the first one I did for this particular set of folios, and I cut this one differently. So I'm going to remake this one. The other ones, I'll show you these right here. I'm going to show you how to make the folios. It holds 5 of them at once, like so. Okay, just like that. And you could always label them on the spine too if you wanted to have them sitting like on a shelf with that facing you. And then it has a little holder here at the bottom that 5 of these guys fit in. So I think that's pretty cool. So we're going to remake this Flowers for Every Season because I would like for it to look like the others. All right, the other thing that's included in the PDFs, I made templates that are really helpful, and I don't know about you, but I'm a visual learner. So these are the templates for how to create each piece for one folio. All right, now for the adhesives that are on here, on the right side piece, the adhesives are here on the top. For the left side piece, you actually flip it over and you put your adhesive on the back side. So you'll get both views of that in the PDF, okay? And the PDF will have all 3 of these together, and it will have the labels for you. Okie doke. I usually, Nancy, to be honest, I usually have 2 packs of each DSP. I just keep them on hand because I use them for classes a lot. But I will save 1 pack that's on my 12 by 12 rack, and then I take 1 pack of 12 by 12s and cut it up, and I put them in the folios. I just find that I use it more regularly if I do it that way. So, all right, so what you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock, and this is the new gorgeous magenta madness. It is so bright and happy. So you're going to need 1 piece that measures 6 3/4 by 6 3/4, and you'll need another piece that measures 7 3/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, so that's 2. So don't worry about writing down the measurements. Like I said, they're going to be on here after, and so will the PDF. Okay, so for the left side, that's the one that uses this square here. This is the 6 3/4 by 6 3/4, and this other one is for the right side, and you'll see a method to my madness in just a little bit. Now, last time when I made these, I found a stamper online that I loved. I think her name was Sally Stamper. I never knew her real name, but she created the first tutorial I saw on this, and then I kind of took it and tweaked it. So, all right, let's see. So this one is 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. So all you're going to do on the left side is you're going to first score over here on the left side at a 1/2 inch all the way down. All right, and then I'm going to turn it once to the right, and I'm going to score it again at a 1/2 inch, just like that. That's the only score lines on the left side. Now, the way to remember this is the left side. Those 2 score lines make an L, okay? So that should make it easier. So we're going to set this one aside. Now, for the right side piece, or let me tell you what, or let me show you so you understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this is going to be my left side, and this is my right side, okay? So this is the front and the back. Make sense? All right. So for the back side piece, or the right side, I'm going to first turn it to the 6 3/4 inch edge here at the top. And I'm going to score this one at a 1/2 inch right. Whoop. I could feel it slipping right here. Kind of hard to get my hand in here without totally messing up the view. All right. So there's my left hand side. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to turn it to the left 1 time. So my 1/2 inch edges, or 1/2 inch score lines down here at the bottom. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch, at 1 inch. And I'm going to come down here and score it at, whoops, you guys can't see that, at 7 1/4. So a 1/2, 1 inch, and 7 1/4. Okay? All right, so this is the right side. So now we can put this little scoring board away. And I'm going to take my score lines and I'm just going to fold on all my score lines. Like so. Like that. Okay, there's that. And this one is my left side. See the L there? All right, so the left side, we're just going to fold on the score lines, and it doesn't matter which way. You can do them both ways if you would like to get a nice, really nice crease on there. Break those fibers down. Now, you will see on the templates that are on the PDF, I'm going to come down here to the left-hand corner where that little square is, and I'm going to take my snips and I'm just going to cut out a little notch on both sides of this little square. It's going to make it fold much nicer. Okay, so we'll do that. Set that little guy there. And I'm going to set this one aside for a sec. I'm going to bring in the one for the right side. All right, so for this one on the template, you can see we're going to cut off this first square here on the left. I'm going to notch this little second square here because that's going to fold in, and I'm going to completely cut off the right square over here. So let's go ahead and do that little guy first. So this one's coming off. There we go. And then we're going to cut off this one over here on the left side, and this is where the double score lines are on the left. Okay. Cut this one off. Cut all the way in. And then I'm going to go in on this second square, and I'm going to go into that first score line, and I'm just going to cut a little notch. And another notch over here. Like that. All right. So that's that. You with me? All right, now let's start with the right side piece. So you're going to need a ruler and a pencil. Where's my other little pencil that I like? There it is. All right, so you're going to need a ruler. Now, I have these two score lines over here. I'm only going to worry about this second one right here, right now, okay? I'm going to put my ruler so that it starts right here on that second score line. All right, so right there. I'm going to come over here to 3 inches and make a little tick mark. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to come down on that second score line right here, and I'm going to put my ruler down, and I'm going to make another tick mark right here at 3 inches on this score line, that second one there. Got it? All right, now you can go in and you can do this any way you would like, but I'll show you how I do it because I am not picky about making sure everything's completely done with a trimmer or with my scissors, either way. But I'm going to put this on here, and I'm just going to draw a line straight across those 2 sections there at the top. Okay, so I drew that on that tick mark. I went over to the edge. Then I'm going to bring my ruler up, and I'm going to put it on the tick mark on the left here and over here on the right at the top. And I'm just going to draw a little line, little guide. Okay, you with me? All right, I'm going to set this one aside. Remember, this is for the right side. So we're going to put that aside. For my left side over here, let me move this over so I don't knock it off the table. For my left side, here are my 2 score lines, one down and one across. I'm going to bring in my ruler at the top this time over on the right, the top right, and I'm going to put the 3-inch mark right here on the right-hand edge, right here, and I'm going to come in and make a mark right there. Okay, good. All right, then I'm going to turn it, and on this other edge over here, with no score lines over there. I'm going to do the same thing. I will bring it down from the top corner and make a little tick mark at 3 inches. So 3 inches and 3 inches, that's all you need to remember. And then I'm going to bring my ruler up and we will connect those two together with a little line. And that's going to be our guide for cutting. Okie doke. All right, so let me bring in my paper trimmer. And like I said, you can do this by hand if you want. Totally up to you. So I'm going to place the line right here on the track of my cutter, like so. And I'm just going to cut that off. Okay? Then you can erase your lines if you'd like for later. For this second one, for the right hand side, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut in on this line here across that score line there. I'm going to go in and stop at the second score line, just like that. Okay, so these guys are pretty free right here. So then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it in and I will line up. I should do it before I put it down so you can see. I'm going to line up in that track right there, and then I'm going to check down the edge to see that that score line is right there in the center of my track. Okay, now you're going to want to do this slowly, because when you come down, you're going to get down to where your other score line intersects with it, and you'll feel it give just a little bit, and you'll know that you are at the point where you cut across. Okay, there you have it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, we are cooking with gas. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is put on our adhesive. So on the template, on the PDF, you're going to see matches what you should have cut off perfectly. And then you're going to see where the adhesive goes. So I'm going to bring in my tear and tape because it's strong. You can use whatever type of strong adhesive you would like. But remember, these are going to get knocked around a little bit because they're holding paper. I'm going to bring my tear and tape in, and I'm going to go down just this little flap here on this side. Give it a little extra oomph there. Then I'm going to come over to the right hand side over here, and I'm going to put tear and tape down this edge. I love tear and tape, but I can't wait for the new adhesives. They will go live soon. All right, so there's the piece for my right side. Now I'm going to bring in my left side piece. And as I showed you before, on the front of this one, you can see we cut that off so it matches perfectly. But you're going to flip this one over. And when I flip my template over, here's where the adhesive goes, just on this bottom piece right here. All right? And both of those pictures will be on the free PDF. Well, all of those pictures. I shouldn't just say both. There we go. So there is our tear and tape on the left side. All right. So the first thing I want to do with my piece with the right side is I'm going to come in and I'm going to free up this piece over here, pull off the backing like that, and I'm going to flip it over so the adhesive's down here, and I want to match up these lines, this edge with this score line right here. And I'm going to match up the top edge. So you want to be very careful before you lay it down. You know, with tear and tape, you got to commit. Once you commit, that's where it's going. All right, there we go. So that is nice and stuck. There we go. All right. Now, the next piece that I'm going to do is this little edge right here. So I will go in and pull off this tear and tape backing. Like so. And I'm going to fold this little guy over, and I will bring in the other side, and you want to make sure that you are matching the corners up. If you set it down flat, it tends to help. There we go. We'll match those guys up. Give it a little squeeze. Perfect. Like so. Okay? Now, when you're ready to do the bottom edge, I'm going to fold in the 2 side tabs. Let me fold this back so you can see. Fold in these 2 side tabs. Here's my other piece of tearing tape here. So we'll go ahead and peel the paper off of that. Emma, you can do it. Come on. Oh man, I miss having long nails. I'm not complaining, but I sure miss it. There we go. All right, so we'll pull this guy off. Now, you want to, easiest way I found, I'll say you want to, but this is how I want to do it. I fold in that edge with no adhesive, and I balance my piece down on the table so it's flat. And this will give a little side to side, so you want to make sure you square it up before you glue it down. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this little guy over, press it down, do the same thing over there. There you go. Now I will come in and bring my ruler like so. Nice and stuck. Woohoo! All right, so like I said, for my labels, these are from the Dymo 450, just my label maker I use for just about everything. But if you were just joining us, these are printed. All of the information for each of the designer papers is on the PDF that I'm going to be posting for free, and it has all of your coordinating colors and information on there. But this one is for my flowers for every season, so I'm just going to bring this one in and stick it down like that. All right, now we need to have a tab so we can see what's going on. So I will bring in a little scrap. Now, this punch, the tab punch, is going away, and so is the 3/4 inch circle. I'm keeping this one because I'm making these every time, so I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to punch out one of the tags, and then I will, let's see, where's that little piece I was punching out of? I think I'll choose this one. All right, so then I'm going to punch out 2 3/4 inch circles out of this, so I know what paper is in my folder just by looking at the top. All right, so I'm going to bring in some glue. First thing I want to do is I want to glue my tab together. So I'm going to fold it over in half, give it a little press so it's nice and folded, and put some adhesive in here. I'm just going to use some liquid glue. Now, you could do this around the top of your folio, but I like to have it on the inside. I just don't like anything on the outside, just me being picky, but you can do it any way you'd like. It will totally straddle that piece of cardstock on the front if you'd like. Then I'm going to add a little bit of glue, and I'll put one of my little 3/4 inch circles of the paper that's in the folder on the front of the tab. And then I'll do the same thing on the back. So it doesn't matter which way you're looking at it, you can tell which paper's in there. There we go. Like so. So then I will bring the tab, and I'm going to take just on the side that's going to be glued on the inside of my folio. I'm going to put a little bit of glue just on that side. Alrighty, and I will bring it up, and I'm going to put it, this one I'm going to put over all the way to the left, I think, and just give it a little squeeze till it starts to adhere like that. And that will dry nicely, and you will see these guys fit perfectly in there, like that. There you go. All right, now I'm going to put this one in my little holder. We're going to make the holder next, okay? This little bottom piece, and you can make that out of whatever color you would like. But these are the 5 that fit in to our little folio holder. Isn't that fun? Oh, just love it. Alrighty, now for your folio holder, you are going to need a piece of cardstock, and I just chose a piece of crumb cake because I'm going to use some of, oops, I can't pick it up, some of these beautiful new, oh, look at the back. How pretty is that? The tile. Oh, love it. Let me show you this pack. This pack is called In Good Taste, and it's got great colors like basic gray, espresso, gray granite. But if you look at it, some of it looks like tile work. Some are wood grains. Oh, look at that. That looks like paint on a canvas. Dark wood. Oh my gosh. Whoop. These are little pieces in there. So really, really pretty pieces. And this is called In Good Taste. So it's really natural. Really, really pretty. Okay, so I picked out some of the wood grain to use on our little piece here. Let me move these guys, and I will give you the measurements for this in just a sec. Let me get situated over here. This piece of cardstock for the folio, did I write it down? Yeah, this one is 5 3/4 by 9 3/8. So 5 3/4 by 9 3/8. And I'm just going to bring it in on my scoreboard, and I'm going to score it at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. Okay, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5. There we go. All right, now before I do anything else to it, I'm going to go ahead and adhere my designer paper to it. So you'll need 2 pieces of designer series paper that are 1 1/4 by 6 1/8, and then 2 pieces that are 1 1/4 by 2 1/2. Okay, so these are the front and back, and these are the 2 ends. All right, so let's put these guys on here, decorate it up. It's just easier to put the paper on before you, ooh, that's really pretty too, I like that, before you put it together. So we'll go ahead and put these guys on. I absolutely love this pack because I can also use the wood grains and the tiles to use in photography for photographing my projects, because it's such a great versatile pack of paper. All right, I'll do this one here. So pretty. There we go. Flip. We will do this third one. There we go. And there's no right or wrong answer. I just chose this because it was kind of neutral. And, you know, I'm going to have all sorts of colors for my folios. I chose folio colors based on one of the colors that was in the designer paper itself. But you can make them all the same color, whatever you would like to coordinate with your craft space. All right, so there's our designer paper. All right, now I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to trim in on the sides over to that score line there. And I'm going to cut out a little notch so it folds neatly. And we'll cut another little wedge over here on this side. And you're going to do the same thing on all 4 corners. And it doesn't have to be a big wedge, it's just going to give you a little bit of wiggle room. Once you start putting those corners, you glue them together to make them square. There we go. Boy, it's quiet up here. I can't even hear Zach singing tonight. Usually I can hear him singing. All right. And that's that. All right. So now I will go in and fold on all my score lines. And you're going to want to make sure you use strong adhesive on this too. So you can use either liquid glue or tear and tape or whatever you have that's really, really a strong adhesive. So we're just going to take our tabs, put some adhesive on them. So I'm going to use some liquid glue. Square that up. See how cutting that little notch out just really helps square it up much nicer than if it's flat. There we go. Fold this one in. Do the same. Like so. Square up your corner. It's so good to see so many of you on here tonight. I'm so happy. Thank you guys. So glad you're here. All right. Almost done. There's nothing better than getting all of these in and seeing how pretty they all are together in the little folio holder. It's just the coolest to see. I can't wait till we can get more of the paper. These were just the papers we could get on the pre-order. Whoops. There we go. And there you have it, your simple little holder. And it holds all 5 of your folios. Like that. Isn't that fun? Woohoo! That is just stinking cute. And like I said, you can always go in and add the names of the packs on the back if you would like. I just put them on the labels on the front because mine sit nice nice and square on my shelf, so they're all side by side, but you can do them any way you would like. All right, so that is the project for tonight. So remember, each folio holder will hold 5 of them, and there are 10 new DSPs in the catalog. And if you would like to get a sample of each of them, don't forget about the paper share, because you can get some of all of the new Designer Series paper in your paper share. 3 options. So check this out. You can go to my blog at suitablystamped.com, or you can check it out here on the Facebook page too. There's a post about it there. But this one, the sign up for it is up until June 2nd. PayPal invoices are going to go out on the 29th. So those will be the ones that have already signed up. But the PDF that I'm going to be offering tonight for free for you guys, again, are the 3 designs for the front, right, and left sides, and then the labels for your colors and information for each of the packs that are included in the new catalog. Okay, how fun! Now, if there are any supplies that you need or anything, don't hesitate to head over to my online store. Here's the May host code for you right here tonight. There's a free tutorial pack, the bundle for this month from the Stampin' there's 6 tutorials in there for free. Really great. It's a I think it's a 21-page document this month, but you get that for free when you place any size order on my online store, or you can purchase it for $9.99 from me. Okay? Alrighty, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope the sun shines where you are. I hope it shines here because I'd like to be warm again. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I am always here to help. And I hope you stay well and happy and have a wonderful evening and a magical day tomorrow. All right, love you guys. Thanks for coming. Bye.